Details aren't known as of press time, but word out of TNA is that top executive Frank Dickerson has left the company. Dickerson was popular with wrestlers for his honest approach and fast learning of the business. He had clashed with Jeff Jarrett several weeks back. When TNA wrestlers were in Australia, there was some key business Dickerson wanted Jarrett to tend to, and when Jarrett didn't, Dickerson expressed frustration. That may have been enough for him to fall out of favor with Jarrett, who remains extremely powerful in TNA. In fact, sources say he's de facto head booker at this point, which I think is more just that, like, there is still the booking committee booking the show, but then there is just like the Jarrett of it all hovering around, Jarretting everywhere.
I imagine he like mostly just focuses on himself.
Where he's always suggesting ideas, and particularly ideas for his own top programs.
There you go.
So, former CEO Frank Dickerson was fired by a part owner Bob Carter 3 weeks ago. Majority owner Bob Carter, Dave, to be clear there. Oh no, this is PW Torch. Dickerson will be completing a 90-day period of training his replacement for the position. The replacement is in his 30s, has no wrestling knowledge, and made his money in the oil business working for the financial branch of Panda Energy. One source says Dickerson was not pleased with the sudden firing. Most people aren't pleased with sudden firings. I've learned that in my life. Very few people are like, oh, thank God. Actually, sometimes people are like, thank God, but...
There's people like quiet quitting normally.
And has enough financial and business experience to form his own wrestling promotion if he wants to pursue that. The wrestling bug bit him, says one source to PW Torch. The firing came as a surprise to Dickerson, who played an integral role in negotiating the Spike TV deal, went to bat for Dixie Carter and Jeff Jarrett in meetings with corporate sponsors, and was regarded as a team player. Dickerson was instrumental in signing the talent exchange deals between New Japan and TNA through the NWA, and Liger was the first wrestler, but not the last, as it turns out. There's speculation he might be the last because of that, but no, he's not. We get more next year. We get more in January, actually. So, other projects that Dickerson was working on have currently been placed on hold as well. TNA currently has an 18-month deal with Spike TV, and Spike aren't too concerned. There's always like a thing in wrestling where it's like, oh, they have to have the executive who struck the deal, otherwise the company will hate them. It's like, no, if you're doing ratings, the company, the TV networks don't really care who they're dealing with. They just want numbers.
It's kind of sick that he was like, yeah, we need to get this New Japan.
Yeah, he's like international relationships, which like it has always been a part of TNA's identity, you know, going back to the World X Cups and the Super X Cups and all that fun stuff. But you did all that without one of the real heavy hitters. Like even the Japan teams were always like weird all Japan jobber teams. You weren't even getting the A players from anybody. So finally striking one of those deals where you can get some of like the decent level stars over.
Is Frank Dickerson still alive?
Probably. I think I looked at his LinkedIn years ago, but I haven't looked recently.
I wonder if he'll sponsor me.
Just start your own wrestling company?
You think I should send him a message on LinkedIn like, brother, it's time?
Yo, Frank, you want to get back in the wrestling business?
I can do it. Put me in, coach. Give me your money and put me in.
It's only been nearly 20 years.
But it's 8. It said right here the wrestling bug bit him.
Yeah, he's still been thinking about it for the entire time.
He's just like, I just need some podcasting host to contact me and I'll do it.
It's all going so well with TNA.
If only someone who watched the TNA could contact me. Doesn't no one know that the wrestling bug bit me?
So unfortunately, we won't be able to laugh at Frank Dickerson's name anymore, Liam. I'm sorry.
It's been a good run.
I know this is a big hit to your enjoyment of doing this show. You can have a nice little chocolate Frank Dickerson.
Frank Dickerson Promotions coming soon, though.
With CM Punk.
Oh, there you go.
He's the businessman behind CM Punk Pro.
Me and CM Punk running the promotion.
With Frank Dickerson.
With Frank Dickerson's money.